Have you ever wanted to live inside of a donut? I don't care if you haven't. You're in luck because today I'll be turning a donut into a house. Okay, so obviously a donut is round. So I need to make a circle by using walls. And then the donut has like a hole in the middle, like that. That looks like a donut. Oh my gosh, okay. Now for the roof, honestly I was thinking about just doing a flat roof all around the edge probably. What is this? Every time when I build a roof, it is so difficult for me to just build one. I don't know why. Why are you doing that? Okay, well this donut is gonna have a personality. Okay, tell me how this one's not doing it, but this one is. It's only doing it with this one. Okay, now that the shell of the donut is done, I was thinking I kind of want to do a pink donut. I feel like a pink donut, dude, pink donuts just hit different.
Both today and yesterday.
And I also wanted to kind of drizzle down on the edge here. So I'm gonna paint all the walls pink, especially the inside here. And then I'm gonna add just like a wall trim to make this like the actual bread of the donut. Because you know how the donut has like on the side of it, the icing is drizzled down? That's what I kind of want to try doing. And we also can't forget about the inside of here. Honestly, this is looking like a donut. Oh my god. Then we can add these huge round rods and structurals and make these the sprinkles. You guys, this is gonna be so cute. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm the only one who loves sprinkle on their donuts. I just feel like it just makes it taste better. And now I'm just gonna kind of change each sprinkle to a different color. And here we have our sprinkled donut. So right now I'm building the garden outside of the donut. So I was thinking on what theme I want this donut to be. And I feel like the interior being a blush theme would honestly do really well. So we can make this garden like pink and stone. And of course like the bushes outside and just resize them. And I'm just gonna place all these bushes all around the donut. Especially some compact bushes, some tropical leaves, and possibly some tall grass here and there. Now I'm just gonna color these a lighter shade of green, possibly pink as well. The garden is finished. Now, like I said, I want this to be blush themed. So we're gonna add this arched panel door. And then the trim of this, we can try matching it up with the icing. And then the door itself can be like the bread. And we can make the handle white and then the glass white. For the windows, we can do these curved windows. And then we'll kind of do what I'm doing for the door, because they can kind of give off that dripping effect. Then we can just place these windows around the donut here. Oh my gosh, wait, before I forget, I'm gonna add the little sidewalk. I'm gonna make that out of concrete. This donut house is eating, no pun intended, but so now that the exterior of the donut house is officially done, it's time the interior. Now before I start, I have this amazing idea for the middle right here.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
And I was thinking I can add windows pretty much all around the center here. And then I can add a floor and make this a grass texture and turn this like a pink color probably, or a lighter shade of green. And then we can add like a tree in the middle, and it could be like a blush tree. And of course we can add some bushes as well as some ferns. And then lastly we can add fireflies inside of here if it'll let me. What do you mean not enough space? Plenty of space to go around, right? And then it'll look something like this. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. Okay, now I need to actually do the layout. I got distracted with the little gardener here in the middle. So I'm thinking this side of the house could be my room, and this could be the bathroom, and then around here could be the living room, and then the kitchen and dining room. Before I continue, I am going to do the floor. And the floor I'm going to use is plank logs to make this like a custom pink. Oh my gosh, the floor is gonna look so crazy. And then the interior can just be an off-white color. And now we can add our wall trims as well as the bottom wall trims. I kind of want to change the floor a little bit. Now the interior is finished, I'm just gonna add some doors, and I'm probably gonna make this a walk-in bathroom as well. Oh my gosh, this is insane. All right, let's go ahead and start on the entryway. So first, we're going to need a coat rack, and we can turn this white, as well as a carpet, and we're gonna resize this. And then like once you enter, there can be like a little console table, and right next to that can be like a flower pot. And then behind that can be a little photo. Honestly, this would probably work better in my opinion. And then underneath here, we can add some slippers, maybe even a candle, possibly another frame, and some keys. Then we can add a coat to hang up here. And I also feel like having a place to sit, put on your shoes would do very well. And I'm just gonna place 2 basic cubes on top of each other and just resize them. And I feel like adding a pillow would look super cute. All right, now that the entryway is done, we can work on the living room. So I was thinking about having a television right here in the middle, and then underneath that could possibly be a shelf. And then on the corner here, we can add a little hanging plant. And as for the couch, we can do this transitional sofa along with this curved ottoman, and we can just add a whole bunch of pillows to this. And then we can also add this basic blanket. And going towards the bathroom, we can also add this traditional bookshelf, and we can decorate this with books, a heart sculpture, and a little lamp. Honestly, I feel like adding another end table would be super cute. I feel like we also need carpet in this living room. Now that the living room and this hallway section is done, move on to the bathroom. Oh, this bathroom. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I don't have an idea. I'm cooked. Let's just go ahead and start with the appliances. I can honestly scoot this door over. I feel like the toilet can possibly go here. I might need to make a custom shower. Actually, I feel like this might work. I'm trying to figure out where to put the counters. I don't know where. I'm gonna have to do a custom shower because everything is so big. So I'm just gonna place this basic cube down and resize it to this corner. And then this slightly transparent cube is going to be the shower glass. And we're just gonna make this out of marble. And then the glass can be foil because it looks like glass. Then we can just use this traditional shower head. You might just have to use a small like sink. So the sink can probably go here and the toilet can go here. And then in this area, we can honestly put a cute little mirror. Now for the sink, we're gonna need some toothbrushes and some toothpaste. Then the toilet is going to need toilet paper. And in the shower, we can add a basic cube down and resize it as a shelf. So we can add some shampoo bottles. And lastly, we can add a little carpet and maybe a little painting right here. Now that the bathroom is done, let's move on to my bedroom. So my bedroom is kind of small, so I don't think we're gonna be able to fit this. No. Maybe a traditional? We're gonna have to fit it sideways, and we can move this door over a little bit. And I'm just gonna color this bed white, pink, and a khaki color. And then we can add a blanket on top of here and make the covers pink. Then we can add these pillows that I did for the living room. And then we can add this blanket and a little cat. I feel like we should also add one more blanket right here. I also need to add a dresser. So I'll add this fancy tall dresser right here. Put some candles on it, maybe a rose, and possibly some books. And maybe a little divider in this corner to kind of cover up the window a little bit. And maybe in this space right here, we can add some shelves and we can put some more stuffed animals. And then we can add another plant as well as some more books. Now that the bedroom is finished, time for the kitchen. I'm really hoping I can fit these counters, but I need to fit them wisely or else we're not going to be able to like get in. First thing I think we need is a place to put the fridge. Because I feel like if we don't put the fridge now, we're not going to know where to put it. And then right next to the fridge, we can place the oven. And we can take this one out and grab this counter instead so we can place a microwave. And then possibly above the oven, we can add the stove. I think that worked out pretty well. And then maybe we can add a plant in that corner. And then of course a sink can go right here. And we can't forget about the trash bin. So since there is a gap right here, I'm going to place a shelf. I feel like the shelves should be a darker color, counters and stuff. And since we have this space, we can fill this up with like a toaster, some jars, some knives. We can have some oil up here, salt and pepper, maybe some mugs, some spatulas, and some spoons. Guys, this kitchen is looking so cute. Oh my gosh. Now I believe the kitchen is is done. So we can work on the dining room, which is this small little section. Oh my. What about this traditional table? I feel like it might work. And then we can add these rustic chairs. This is kind of concerning because it's next to the oven, but you know, it's Bloxburg, so it doesn't really matter. And then we can just copy these roses again and place them right here in the center. Maybe we can use these rounded placemats and we can place a plate, a fork, and a spoon. And then we can copy these around the table. And then right here in this gap, we can add another picture frame. The donut is finally complete, so let's take a tour. So here's the outside of the donut. I decided to keep a blush theme since I wanted to do a pink donut. And when you enter, you're immediately greeted with this donut. And here's some picture frames filled with donuts, along with some plants, a heart carpet, keys, and a seating area to put your shoes on. Then when you turn to your right, this is the living room where you can watch television or read books. Then when you continue, you'll enter the bathroom with this heart mirror shape and this custom shower along with the toilet. And then if you go through this door, this is the bedroom. Oh my gosh, the sprinkles. Don't let me! That's so cute. That gives it personality. And then here's the bedroom. Obviously, I wanted to keep a blush theme throughout the whole entire house because I felt like it just really suited the pink donut theme. Then when you go through this door, you'll enter the kitchen, which I tried to keep it just basic. I'm surprised everything fit pretty well. It's very snug. And then as you keep going through, you'll enter the dining room and then back to the entryway. And of course, you can't forget about this small little garden in the center. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below which food house I should build next. Voxel out.